Welcome to Everything Eichler. I'm your host, Fred Eichler, and this week we're taking you down to Florida for Osceola turkey, hogs, and maybe an armadillo. Well, we were going to start this hunt out on 6 Mile Ranch with my buddy Al. Me and Al have been friends for a long time. He's taken my boys hunting, and we always have a blast together. And Justin, the owner of 6 Mile Ranch, has a pretty incredible setup there.
So here at 6 Mile Ranch, what we believe in is customization. While we have 25 or so box blinds on the ranch, we also have the latest ultimate top drive electric vehicles out of Texas where we can honestly, as a group, hunt as many as 10 people at one time. So you get that camaraderie and you get the experience as well. So whether you're chasing turkeys from a ground blind or running and gunning, or you want to ride around with your family or however it may be to see the place, we can customize it to just about any way you'd like to hunt.
Tell me a little bit about this place.
Okay, so this is a big chunk of property that they run cows on. They're covered up with Osceola turkeys. I said, look, Fred's coming down. I want to go whack some turkeys with Fred. You know, we want to get some birds. And they said, hey, come on down. My buddy Justin, he's got a big hunting operation. They don't do a lot with turkeys, but he's got a bunch of turkeys. I said, well, can we hunt some turkeys? And we'll take a look at your ranch and check out all your other stuff. We want to shoot some turkeys. And he said, yep, come on down. I went and rode in this morning and I'm like, oh boy.
Is it awesome?
It's going to be good.
And they've also got a whole, all kinds of African animals. They've got a high fence option if people are interested in that. But this place has turkeys, deer, hogs, gators, and a pretty incredible operation too for people that want to experience a high fence operation and see African animals right here in Florida.
Oh yeah, he's got like 40 something species.
We're excited to hang out here and do a little bit of hunting. We're gonna hopefully work some birds in. We're gonna chase some pigs around, and then we're gonna show you some pretty amazing stuff that's here as well. Well, 6 Mile Ranch in Florida caters to a little bit of everybody. Your business people that want to have a meeting and just hang out, photographers that want to go around and see some unbelievable animals. They have a high fence area with some amazing exotics. It's pretty cool to just drive around and take a look at it. The food, absolutely amazing. They have, I don't even know what a 5-star chef is, but I think that's as good as it gets. And I would tell you that he was a 5-star chef because the food was incredible. But we weren't there for any of the exotics. We were actually there to try and take an Osceola turkey, maybe a hog, and then we were gonna head to another place in Florida where I've got a lease and hunt there as well. But we went out, do some scouting, and set up some Cabela's Instinct blinds. We had some beautiful setups, and I mean, I was excited. But we had some Millennium chairs, and I was set up in a blind, and Al and my buddy Mike decided to set up on the ground, and they were using the Millennium turkey chair. So they were set up behind some palmettos, and Al did an amazing job of calling in a beautiful Osceola gobbler.
That was pretty cool. Let's go check out the bird. That is a nice Osceola, brother. Fantastic.
Well, Michael was pretty excited with his first Osceola turkey. It had some amazing markings, a true Osceola swamp bird, and it was a heck of a trophy. This is Mike's beautiful bird. Look at the friggin' beard on that joker.
Dude, look how thick that beard is.
That is look at how wide it is.
Yeah.
Look at that. Mike, congrats.
It was a great hunt. Al did most of the work, to be honest with you, Fred. I had the easy part.
You're not going to do much better. You can come down here 10 years and you're not going to shoot a bigger bird than that. Congratulations.
Thanks, Fred.
Nice job, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Nice job. Well, it
Al
started
did all
off
the work,
awesome here in Florida.
That was...
Well, it's pretty cool because while we were hunting, we saw some crazy exotics. Not only just driving around on one of the amazing electric buggies that they had there, but we also saw them while we were Osceola turkey hunting. So it was kind of crazy to be like calling for Osceola turkey and seeing a Pierre David deer or Impala or blessed buck or all kinds of just crazy wildebeest, just some bizarre animals that you wouldn't expect to see in Florida. So that was actually pretty dang fun. And I could see the allure and people coming out there and wanting to video, photograph, or cruise around and see the different options that 6 Mile Ranch provides. Well, while Al and Michael were done, I was still out there looking for some turkeys. But I got a little impatient. I saw some hens, hadn't seen a gobbler, and I decided to go after a Florida armadillo that I saw pop out of the swamp and start cruising around. Had the recurve, had to go after him. I had driven down to Florida, so I had a ton of my gear with me. I can't stand flying because I'm limited to only a few things, so I like to take my truck when I go somewhere. And I had pop-up blinds, I had tree stands, I had the new M8 stand by Millennium, super lightweight. It's basically a great stand to pack in if you want it, like in an area of Colorado. But here I was able to drive up, take it up in the tree, set it up. They also had some new steps, some Vulcan steps, lightweight, that I set up. And I was excited to try and shoot a hog because they had this area, they had been seeing a bunch of hogs, and I was excited to set up and see if I could take one with my recurve. This was outside of the high fence area, and they were seeing a lot of pigs in this particular spot. So I thought, I will sit a feeder and see if a pig comes. Let's take a break from turkey hunting and see if we can get a pig. Well, the pigs, you could tell, were a little nervous. Not only do they have tons of natural predators, including black bears, Florida panthers, coyotes, bobcats, and all kinds of stuff in Florida, the pigs are naturally a little wary. So when this pig came in, I was just waiting for the perfect shot. Finally, the pig gave me a slightly quartering away. I drew back with the recurve, and the shot was perfect. I was so excited. I watched the pig dart around and take off through the swamp, and he went up in a little dry area. And I was like, there you go, pig down. Here's a beautiful pig. I shot out of that new Millennium stand, the Bear recurve I designed, pretty exciting. And that wasp, CBW, stands for cuts both ways. That pig was quartering just a little bit, drove it through, and I had to push it out this back little piece, but it came out right there at the crease of the shoulder. You can see where that angle was absolutely perfect on that pig. Well, so far, Michael got his first Osceola turkey. I shot an armadillo. Now I have a hog down. So now Lauren, who is usually editing, running camera, and helping with social media and a little of everything, decided to go out and see if she could take her first Osceola turkey on 6 Mile Ranch. Well, Laura's usually behind the camera, so she was pretty excited to go do some hunting. And I was busy doing some scouting, trying to find some other spots, checking out some pig areas. So she went out there by herself, set up the blind, and did a little hunting. Ended up, she called in a beautiful gobbler. Not just one, but two, and made an incredible shot with her bare bow.
Smoked him. Yeah, baby. Hunting here at the 6 Mile Ranch. That is my first Osceola turkey. I've shot Easterns and Merriams, and now I have an Osceola. It's my arrow. Check that out. Wasp jackhammer did the job right there. Hot dang. I'm usually behind the camera a lot, filming a lot of the episodes on Everything Eichler, but I do like to hunt too. And this time they decided they'd let me go out, so I was pretty excited. But yeah, usually filming Fred or Trent, but this time I got to go, so this is pretty awesome too. I'm excited.